We're here to laugh, we're here to cry, we're here to share what's deep inside. But on all the days, all the time, we are more than you see.
Oh, I hate this part. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to More Than You See. It's just me, and that's why I'm freaking out. Oh my God! Shelley, you can perform in front of like 20,000 people. You can't do something in front of one screen by yourself. You got it. You're a big girl. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to More Than You See. This is Shelley Regner, and today you are jumping into my solo episode with our mental health check-ins. And before we jump in, as a reminder, I am not a licensed practitioner or therapist, but hopefully by sharing my own struggles and victories that when Deborah and I are on together, we can help you feel a little less alone and add some tools to your own mental health toolbox. So thanks for joining me today, and let's jump into this wild week I'm having. You're on the air with Shelley from the cloak closet. This is about how accurate my day is going. The screen. Why? No. Okay, I'm going to trust that this works out and that it's going to be fine, and I am not in control of anything. I'm not in control of anything. Take a deep breath. If you couldn't tell, I'm trying to surrender. I am learning a lot being a new co-host, and if you watched the most recent episode or listened to the most recent episode of More Than You See, you know my news that I have shared that I am going through a pretty tremendous heartbreak right now with a broken engagement. I'm learning. I'm in a huge learning curve, and I cry about everything. I'm gonna cry now. It's fine. I am just doing a lot, and there's a lot on my plate, and honestly, it's wonderful things. It's things that I have asked for. It's things like, I wish I could have more auditions. I wish I could have more voiceover opportunities. And I'm about to leave to go to New York and visit some friends, and it's going to be incredible. But of course, that comes with the stress of getting your life together before you go on a trip. And the day before, I've been dog sitting this week, so I'm taking care of 2 dogs. And then the day before I'm supposed to leave, I get like 3 voiceover auditions. This is the life of an actor. They always say, if you want auditions, go out of town. And when I tell you, if it's not the truest statement, so amidst just trying to do my laundry, get the packing together, get the dogs in order, I'm doing a play right now as well. So meeting for rehearsals, and this is nothing new. I know we all have our own lives of stress, right? So this is mine. Welcome to mine. I moved into a new apartment. I am going through heartbreak, and I'm tired, and I'm frazzled, and I feel overwhelmed. And the beautiful lessons in all this that I am learning is truly how to stay present, because all I have is the next step. There is nothing, I swear, if I even look too far ahead into the future, into the day, into the afternoon, if I look even hours ahead, I will have a panic attack. And my panic attacks right now, they're looking just like big old crying fits. And I get overwhelmed with that anxiety and panicky emotion. And my brain starts to tell me that there's no way out and you're trapped and it's too much for you to handle. And you're not going to be able to do it, and you're going to fail, and you're going to fall, and you should just give up. And the integrity part of me, my character, is not a very easily giving up person. And so then I become in conflict with myself, and then I just have to sit down and cry it out, because probably I'm forgetting to breathe in those moments. So maybe let's breathe together. Shall we? I have a friend who has his own podcast about his weight loss journey. And he went through gastric bypass surgery, and he deals in his own lane with these certain types of issues and thoughts. But he always has beautiful episodes where he says, let's take 3 deep breaths. So I'm going to steal from Nima Karazi. And why don't we all take 3 deep breaths together? In, out, another. Release. One more big breath. And exhale. Ooh, my shoulders dropped on that one. Well, it's funny. This is not at all how I like to show up to anything. But I'm kind of working against the clock here. And sometimes when you're working against the clock, because aren't we all? You know, the day-to-day clock and the big life clock that we're all ticking against. Not to get ethereal on you. I'm racing against the clock right now. And so I've been putting off even recording this episode because I kept telling myself, oh, let me wash my hair first. Let me put on some makeup. Let me put a better shirt on for the Zoom screen. And here I am with greasy pulled back hair and a ponytail, no makeup to be found whatsoever, an oversized t-shirt, and headphones that are from 2014 that they have wires on them, so that tells you how old they are. I don't have wireless. Also, I have small ears. There's a whole issue with my ears and earphones and plugs, so that's a different tangent for a different day. Get it together, Shelley. My point is, ew. I'm getting over the sinus cold stuff. There's just a lot. It's so much. So what do I do when it's just so overwhelming? I get in the coat closet and I record an episode of More Than You See and then probably cry in the car. I'm racing against the clock, and I know most of us feel that way in the day. We have to, especially if you've got kids. You've got work, you've got responsibilities. They just add up and they pile up, and it feels so heavy and it feels so hard, and the pressure feels like such a burden sometimes, even when it is things you asked for or prayed for, even when it's everything you wanted, even when it's the things you love. Sometimes it just feels like too much, or it just feels overwhelming. And I think that's the most important time to remember to take a pause, a second, whether it be in the car, whether it be in the bathroom, whether it be in your coat closet. And to just remind ourselves that it's going to be fine. It is all going to get done when it needs to get done, and that it doesn't have to look like exactly what you want it to look like. You don't have to show up exactly how you anticipated showing up. I would love if every day I had a hair and makeup team to come wake me up in the morning with a cup of coffee and just get me ready for the day. And then I am big, bold, and beautiful and ready to take on the day with my full face and a cup of coffee. But this is real life. It doesn't work like that. We just have to get it done. Sometimes the goal is just to get it done, and not worry about whether it surpasses your own expectations, whether it's your best work. Because funny enough, at least in my own experience, the best work comes out of me not being able to overthink it. Just saying, I don't have time to think about this. I just have to get it done. It's all action and no overthinking. That doesn't mean there's not a plan involved. There doesn't mean there's not a plan of action. I literally have a list of things written down. My Google Calendar is filled minute by minute with do this audition, do the laundry right now, walk the dog, come back, make yourself some food. My gosh, even just remembering to eat. I'm not that person. I hate those people. I don't hate anyone, but you know what I mean. I always gave a little side eye to the people that were like, I forgot to eat today. Oh my gosh, it just got too busy and I forgot to eat. Are you kidding? It's food. It's food. How do you forget food? Food is glorious. I am understanding more. My schedule is busy and I'm trying to get everything done. And then it's 5 o'clock and I've had a cracker. So what are the takeaways when we've got weeks and days, months like this? Sometimes our lives are like this. I think it's important to remember Deborah was talking about journaling in her last solo episode. And I think that's wonderful that she is able to carve out some journaling time. I'm not much of a writing journal person, but how I could implement that in my own life would maybe be voice notes. I do a lot better if I speak out my thoughts rather than sitting down at a computer or writing it down with a pen, because then my brain will go into perfectionism mode of writing an English paper or something. Maybe I just get triggered back into high school about making a good story or writing a decent paper. So what would be my own moment to myself to process, to just take a moment to be present that doesn't have to look like what anyone else's self-care act looks like? I love music, listening to either some great instrumental jazz or my favorite pop songs from the early 2000s, just to put me in a better mood and a less stressful mood. But whatever that is, it's important for me, step one, to just make sure that I am carving out that time as well in my Google Calendar and in my to-do list. That's not just the tasks of the day, because a task of the day should also include myself and the self-care for me. We can't forget that part, because if the care is not involved for ourselves, then how can we be of service or of care to those around us? It's so much easier said than done, but it is a reminder. And guess what? Sometimes you just have to do it. Don't overthink it. Just do it in the self-care department. That's it for me today. I hope you, A, enjoyed listening to a messy Bessie just doing her best this week. B, maybe took some tips or tools for yourself that were relatable or that you're able to implement for yourself. And I don't have a C because the plan is unfolding, the day still unfolds, and I'm still in the coat closet. I hope that you have a wonderful day, night, week, wherever you are in the listening or viewing of this episode. Thank you for joining me. We love hearing from you, so be sure to comment. Let us know if you found this helpful or how you're enjoying the episodes so far in season 6. If you haven't checked them out, we've got episode 1 and 2 out already, and we will be back next Tuesday with a new episode of More Than You See. Be sure to like and subscribe. You can get all the latest updates from us that way. This is a Pink Boots production. A special thank you and shout out to Jeff Hepner Music for our amazing podcast intro music. Thank you to our sponsor, Dermatology skincare line, and of course to the amazing creative team on More Than You See, Jenny Curtis and Katra Parkman, and the one who started it all, who's not here with me today, Deborah Lee Smith. Couldn't be here without her, literally. So be sure to stay tuned. We've got new episodes of More Than You See every Tuesday and Thursday. And remember to be kind to yourself. And remember that you and everyone around you is more than you see.